And then we robbed her, and we got a cloak.
Yeah, it was like a oh, wasn't it the elven cloak? Isn't that what Aveline has now? Something
Yeah,
like that? What was it?
it is the. Where is it? Yeah, the Cloak of Elvenkind.
Nice. Yeah, that's a really good magic item. Because I think recently didn't somebody get like a cloak of pass without trace or something like that? Maybe I was talking to Void about giving him that so he wouldn't have to worry about stealth as much on this mission.
Mm.
Either way, yeah, y'all got that item. Y'all swiftly dealt with the combatants in that area. I think after that, y'all went back and talked to um, Good at Quick Kettle again, to which he just said essentially the same thing. Like, okay, yeah, if there were cultists in town, like I very well could have sold to them, but y'all weren't able to get any additional information out of him, though he seemed to be cooperating as fully as he could. So yeah, I think the most important pieces of information y'all got as well, though I think the only thing you missed was that y'all believe the bank. Well, I can't remember who gave you the info, but y'all got information that the bank that's working with the cultists is called Fizban's Holding Company.
Yeah, it's the
Um,
bank downtown.
yeah, so that's the bank that y'all need to go to. Y'all know that Dorwin Swiftspark, as you said, was sort of hired on for security, and that he's an artificer known for making powerful constructs. Um, I think Velkaria gave you some additional information in exchange for her life that said like she makes deliveries, I think it was once every other week of magic
Thursday
items.
before the moon peak is the latest one to do.
Okay,
Letter of
so once a month then.
instructions on where to take the illegal goods. Suggest we go downtown to the library to grab blueprint of the building in the
Amazing.
administrative section.
You took even better notes than I did. I appreciate that. Um,
I tried my best, just like word for word as you were saying it. Type it down quickly.
yeah, so I mean that kind of opens up some possibilities to you, but it also gives you a bit of a timeline because if she doesn't show up to that exchange, they're gonna know that something's going on. So y'all have about, I think it's 2 weeks to prepare. Like one to
2
two weeks,
weeks, that's
1 to 2 weeks to
perfectly
prepare.
enough time, and then 2 weeks goes by and we're not prepared.
So we'll call it
Last
maybe
minute.
like 10-ish days if you want to think about how you're going to spend your time doing it. So we've proceeded, let's say, to the next day. Y'all went back to the tavern or back to the Adventurers Guild, where y'all will be staying. I assume all of y'all are staying there. If
Yeah.
somebody else wants to go somewhere else, that's fine. Cool. All right, we'll say y'all are going back there. So I'm going to drag y'all to that map.
Whee! I'm already here.
Amazing. So at this point, I think y'all recall all the information you want. You've got a couple different options of how to proceed. So y'all just kind of tell me, either ask me questions about what you think you should be doing for the next steps, or if y'all have ideas, just go for it and I'll fill in from there.
So we have long rested, right?
Yes, everybody's long rested, back to full health,
Yeah.
full abilities,
Oh,
spell
I was
slots,
at
all
1
that.
health before.
Whew, I didn't take any damage.
I don't think you even got to have a turn, did you?
The
It
cat, the
ended
cat did
fast.
its work.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I just kept moving around. Like, yeah, I'll move over here. No, I'm
Did you
over
guys
here.
add those holiday items to your inventory?
Yep.
Yep. Toy soldier.
Whoa, look at this
I
care
thought about saying
package
toy
from
soldiers, but
Grooge.
since they're your pets, I was like, I don't know that I should call it a toy. Like that feels kind of bad. I was like pet soldiers, which also sounds kind of bad.
Ah, eh, I think it's fine.
It's the sequel to Toy Soldiers.
Pets.
It's the
I got
upgrade.
I got some dice from Grooge. What'd you guys get?
I got a consumable of sorts.
I got this fancy ring.
Ooh, fancy. Have we got booze, it looks like, or something? Some consumable?
Oh, I got booze. I think I still have a little bit of that wine left that we used on that smuggler. Just enough
thing's-
for one drink each.
That thing's lasted for a while. It's like the squeezing at the bottom of the toothpaste bottom.
Oh, enough for a shot each.
Is the other group still here, or are they kind of like already left?
At this point, y'all probably would have split up. Their instructions would have been to go ahead and get ready to prepare. There's another caravan that's going to be heading north that the cultist group is going to be leading. So they're going to be trying to get on with that. So they probably would have been staying at an inn further away.
Hmm.
I can delete Bill Cash off here.
No, kill cash. Alright, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I guess there's a few options.
List them out again.
Sneaking into, or going into the library, stealing keys to get into the administrative section to get blueprints for the building layout. Second option is going in blindly and hoping and praying. We make it out. Third one is doing a little bit more snooping around, I think.
Just to get an idea of what you can do, Aveline. You have like this hat. Are you able to like disguise yourself into anyone, or just
Yep.
okay?
For maximum 3 hours.
Okay, just to keep it in mind.
Now remind me, with disguise self, I think you have to like know what you're disguising yourself into.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember if it allows you to like mimic their voice as well.
Let's take a look. It's an illusion. Uh, I don't know if it changes voice. You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say it's just appearance based off the description of the spell, because there's
1
certain
foot shorter or taller.
spells and
different.
specialties that can like make like you put in effort and then you can like perfectly mimic another character. Like there's different things that can do that. So we'll say that's just for appearance.
Yeah.
But assuming you've known the person or you've talked to them, you can still make like a performance check to essentially try and mimic them if you wanted to.
Okay. So, yeah, I can disguise myself. I cannot guarantee my voice.
You'll
I
just be the
also-
mute version.
I'll be the mute. I also have Mage Hand, which might be handy, depending on which route we're going.
What was the thing with the bank?
The name of the bank?
Yeah.
The name of the bank is Fizzband's Holding Company. I think one of the merchants recommended that, like, hey, like, I don't really know the layout on the inside. I think it may have been Velkaria that was telling you that. She said, but they should have blueprints of the building in the administrative section of the Great Library.
What's his name? Dorwin might have constructs set up here and there. Be nice to avoid them all, or as many as possible.
So, do you guys want to go get those blueprints first, or try to get them, and we can have a better layout of the library?
I think that's a good idea. But
Probably be good.
Yeah. I just definitely agree with whatever Aveline. I feel like she's an expert in breaking into things. So whatever she thinks.
I'm just good at talking myself in and out of things.
Just give me your money.
Hey,
I'll say
can
Aveline would know
trading.
from having broken into a number of places that, like, hey, sometimes you have to go in blind, but the more information, always the better. In the past, when she's done like big big thefts, she's done things like gotten to know what the guard patterns is, like when they're off shifts, when they're rotating, what the layout of the building is, where items are stored, what kind of items are stored, whether there's any traps or magical surveillance around, whether there's any anti-magic capabilities, all things that would kind of be governed either A, by like getting more detailed like blueprints and information of the space, or by going to the bank itself and observing it, or talking to people working at the bank. Like essentially any information around the bank itself will be helpful for the success of a heist.
Okay, so I'll have to go get a map.
So you think maybe we should get the blueprints and then maybe study like
Study the guards. I could
guards?
probably
Yeah.
send a familiar in. I'll check what familiars I can summon, but I think I could probably summon a mouse. I think that was one of the options.
I could send my Bloodhawk to survey above.
If you need a
A
third
rat,
set of
yeah.
eyes, can always send something too.
Yeah, I could send a rat in to scope out the place.
Yeah, we could do like a from the ground view with the rat, and then like an aerial view with the hawk.
We can also watch the guard shifts that way. Okay. First things first, let's go grab our map. That's at the library,
All right.
or the blueprint of the building.
All right. One
Chugga, 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 chugga.
second. Oh, that didn't work. Oopsies. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay, that didn't work either. Lovely. And oh, stop. All right, just pulling this up for the reference. I'm sure y'all already saw the image. But as y'all go into town, I think from talking to anybody, and frankly just from sort of knowing the general like layout of the city, you can see a great tower in the center of the city, and people point to that as sort of the administrative center of the city. And when you go in, you see a variety of halls, but essentially to one direction you see a number of people coming and going. To which, if you ask, they point you out that this is indeed the great library of Waterdeep. And as you proceed in, you walk into this room, and there's a number of different people of all kinds of races, and most of them in deep robes, but some of them even in commoner's garb, walking through this multi-leveled library that seems to be illuminated by what you would expect would be very dangerous, a bunch of floating candles, quite a bit of fire in this space despite all the parchment. But it seems as though they're all magically controlled, and the fire seems to be sort of contained and just providing a source of light throughout the space. As you walk through the building, you notice there's also some chambers off to the side where you can actively see people hit like over little bowls of or cauldrons of bubbling materials, or you can see another room where people seem to be practicing spells. The whole place just sort of thrums with an energy of both magic and enlightenment.
I feel like Grallow would really like this place.
Huh? Somebody say my name? You
Oh
see it
my-
as somebody peeks their head up over what looks like a little fortress of books, and at a nearby desk, y'all's friend, Grallow Briarbow. You can see the jester hat kind of come up first as he peeks over just an absolute pile of books that are by far taller than him, and you think he might even be standing on the chair underneath him as he peeks his head, and he goes, "Oh my goodness! If that isn't the Sarah Squeeb. Oh, and the new one. Sorry, I hardly caught your name back when we were in town. And oh shoot, what was the name of that place? Way back when. How are you,
Good, good. I'll do a little bow. My name's Ava.
Abba? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Grallow, missed you so much.
Oh, me too. It was quite the shock when I got a package from Groomsh. I forgot that he's always the festive sort, and then I opened it and saw a ring and it had your name on the inside. Do you know anything about that?
Actually, I got a matching one that has your name too.
Oh, no way. Have you tried it on yet?
Yeah, I just put it on now.
Oh, well, I've got the package over here in my bag, and he turns around and fumbles through a little leather knapsack, and he puts it on, and he says, "Well, how do you feel?" And as he says that, you hear both him verbally and in your mind say, "Well, how do you feel?" in a sort of like weird echoey way.
That's a lot of Grallow.
He he hears in his mind, "That's a lot of growl." He's like, flips the ring off, and he's like, "Okay, maybe we don't do that when we're in the same room." It seems like it might be some sort of telepathic communication spell.
That could be quite handy then. Maybe Grimsh knew that we always sent messages to each other.
Yeah, this kind of negates the reason for us sending letters back and forth, huh?
Yeah, definitely more convenient.
For sure, for sure. We definitely have to like journal it to each other. I mean, I've been keeping the letters as a sort of like accumulation of the story as it's happened so far. You think maybe you could still at least like reach out, tell me what's going on, and I'll record everything? Kind of be the archivist while y'all are out on your adventures.
Yeah, for sure. We could do that.
Amazing. This will make it so much easier too. Just make sure you don't lose the ring.
I will never lose this ring.
Whoa, look at this cool ring.
I just swat him away.
The first time you punch somebody, it just falls off. You never find it again.
No.
No.
How about you, Grallow? What have you been up to?
Oh, with the Harper's Guild, I was just sort of doing work for them, and eventually, they sent me up to Waterdeep as a pretty experienced wizard. They saw my potential and figured this is where I could best succeed. And I've actually been doing a lot of research into scrying, potentially, figuring out what happened to my family and whatnot.
I'm just gonna pop up like, so do you work here?
Work here? No, no, no. I've
Oh.
only been in town a few weeks or so.
Do you know where the administrative section is? I say quietly.
You say quietly, or you think quietly?
I say quietly.
He just looks at you, puzzlingly. Is like, yeah. I mean, it's over there in the back, and he points, and you can see where there's a gate with a big padlock over it. Says, but you can't really get in there. You have to either be an administrator or be escorted by an administrator. Only a couple people can really get back there.
Okay. Sounds great.
Why? Is there something you need? I've been back there before. I could potentially go and ask my contacts to gain access.
Yes, that would be great.
Okay, yeah, it should only take about 2 weeks or so.
2 weeks.
2
We
weeks.
need we need
Wait, what do y'all mean? 2 weeks? Most people, it would take months to do this. This is a special favor of the Harper's Guild that we can meet with like top counselors and whatnot. Are y'all in a rush or something?
Yeah,
We have exactly 2 weeks.
we have less than 2 weeks. We have 10 days.
10 days to do. And he just looks around and he says, "This seems important. Why don't we take this over to the side?" And he points over to a little alcove near some books where it seems to be a bit quieter. And he starts to pick up all of his like tower of books that he has on his on the desk he's on. And he's like, "This is gonna take forever." He says, "Y'all wouldn't happen to be able to help me with these, would you?" As he's like
Of
balancing
course.
six books
I
on this chest.
start stacking them on his forehead.
Says, that's not gonna do well. Let me roll dexterity for him.
Damn.
He actually manages to balance another 3 books on his head without a problem.
There you go, Grallow.
Seems he's been practiced. Now there's only 2 or 3 books that need to be carried with him.
I'll pick them up.
You got a lot
Okay.
on your mind.
He chuckles at the joke and he says, Indeed, a heavy head as well." As y'all arrive to the corner, y'all sit down and he kind of sets his books off to the side so they're not creating a wall between him and y'all. And he goes, "So, does this have to do with the cult?
Yep.
Oh, y'all want to tell me what's going on?"
Well, you would know just from like some of the letters I've sent that we've been still tracking the cultists. But this latest thing we're doing has been through Ava and the Zentarum.
Those are some nasty folks there.
Yeah. Ava, if you'd like to,
First.
yeah, this is kind of like Ava's mission. We're here just kind of helping her. Since it is.
Are you a member of this interim? I didn't say anything. They're lovely people. I'm sure they're all amazing.
I'll just do a little nod. Let's put my
Right.
name out there. I'm with the
He's
term, everybody.
His forehead is clearly like sweating now. He's like, "Oh
There's a
yeah,
new
they're great.
forehead wrinkle.
Definitely not killers. No."
Oh, definitely are.
They may have a questionable reputation, but I think this one's more so on the good side of things. That even, like, I think is alright to do their mission.
He sort of thinks to himself for a little bit. He says, "All right, well, I'll trust your sense of judgment, Sarah. What can I do to help?"
Main thing right now is just trying to get into the library. Like, we're trying to get a blueprint of, I believe it's the, was it
Fizzband
Fizzband?
Holding Company.
Yeah.
Fizzband's holding company. That's like the second largest bank in the city. What do y'all have to do with them? Or rather, what does the cult have to do with them?
Oh, the cult is the leader of the bank.
Sorry, what did you say?
The cult. I'm pretty sure the cult is the, like, they are the cult. They're part of the cult,
The bank
Cult is the cult.
aren't they?
There's no way that bank's existed for over 200 years. I mean, I guess the cult's been around, but it's only recently that they've really been sort of exploding in influence and power, you know?
Well, they've been working with the bank, and they have some things in the bank.
Money.
No. Worse.
I mean, they are a business. I could
Blood
see them
money.
trying to make a play for to be the largest bank in town. You know, doing whatever it takes to get there. No, I'm not the biggest fan of bankers myself, he says, with a curt nod. It's certainly possible. So y'all are going to be breaking into the building then, huh?
Yep.
And that's why y'all need the blueprint.
Yep.
Hmm. Well, like I said, they're under lock and key, and if we're trying to get in there, you know, the normal way, like I've done before, this can take a few weeks' notice to be able to get somebody in,
Do
get all the
you
paperwork
know
signed and whatnot.
people who have the key to get in? who have access to the administrative section?
I do. He sort of looks nervously and he looks at you like, for their health, are they going to be okay if we go and talk to them?
Yes. No harm. Sorry. They will not die in any way.
He just sort of chuckles nervously and he's like, yeah, that's what I was worried about. Definitely like them not dying. Well, okay. If you promise to be gentle,
Oh, I
um,
will.
if you see
I
around, you
always
see a
do.
number of individuals walking around, and he points to a couple different people that have this big crest of what seems to be like an open book with a bunch of reeds around it, sort of growing up almost out of the pages. So those are the staff of the library. You see that some are in like sort of these grayish robes, and there's other that are in navy blue robes. The navy blue ones are sort of what you might call officers of the library. Each of them will have a key to get into the restricted section. Um, Obviously, they would only escort you into the section, though, if you've got the written approval of a top councilman.
Alright. So, out of the guys in blue, which one would you say is the easiest to deal with?
Easiest to.
Deal with.
He starts sweating again. He's like, "What do you mean, deal with?"
Like, talk to.
Oh, okay. Talk to
Yeah.
easy.
Or
I'm not
knock
saying we're
unconscious.
killing anybody. There won't be any deaths.
That
Oh
would
my
definitely be
God.
Bardoom over there. And he points over, and you see this hulking half-orc of a man, who seems to be like, he has a stack of probably 20 to 30 books in front of him, and then just this massive pint of some beverage, and you see him just chuckling loudly to himself, but he is like flying through pages. And then he sets aside a book, and then he opens another one and starts going through it.
You're saying he's the easiest? He looks like a really fast reader.
Yeah, he's one of the fastest readers. He's probably one of the smartest people here. But he's also wasted 24/7. He's
That's
he's
good to know.
quite the happy fellow. Quite easy to get along with.
Alright, I think I can work my magic on this.
All right, Aveline, go
I just
drink 'em
cracked
under
my
the table.
fingers. What? I'm not going under the table.
I said go drink them under the table.
Oh. Well, all I got left is a little bit of that dragonfire wine. I don't know if that'll be enough.
Muffin's gonna be so mad.
He is. I don't think he's realized I still have it. So,
Oh, well.
I think he'll forget eventually.
If
That's
not
right.
already.
So, alright. I'll just wink at everybody, be like, I'll catch you in a bit. And I'll make my way towards the half-orc.
Okay. For the sake of envisioning this, let me put y'all. It's not going to be exactly what the library looks like. I give y'all an image of, but
Let me just quickly look up flirt tactics.
Flirt
the
tactics.
half-orcs.
The orc kind.
Maybe transform yourself into an attractive female half-orc. Have you met any along the way?
Attractive? I can't say I have.
Wow, rude. Y'all are so mean.
Just looks like a female Shrek.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, I could have sworn I had oh, I think it was Woods of Sharp Teeth, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, definitely not what the layout is, but
Close enough.
we've got. There are books here, right? So
I mean, yeah,
that's
it
close
looks like it
enough.
would be a tower. If you just keep the middle.
Second. Okay, so let's just say the group with Grallow is up here. Like y'all are just in one of these alcoves up here in the top section. Drop
Alright,
Grallow as
Grallow, get your
well.
forehead out of the way.
Oh, I'm on GM layer. Here we go.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
I'm gonna say Bardoom is over here, pounding beers and books. Over like kind of across the main section of the library from y'all.
Okay. All right. May the odds be ever in my favor. Gotta walk around.
Is anybody going with her, or are you going by yourself?
I don't know. Is anybody coming with me?
Here, or maybe, what if he? Wait, are you putting on a disguise or anything?
Should I?
I
Also,
don't
before
know.
this kid kicks, while y'all talk about your plan to get this key, let me get some coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Should I put on a disguise?
I'm just wondering if you're going like as a female, like maybe he's gay, so maybe like send Squeeb as like another one. Like I don't know.
Squeeb, I need you to go and rizz him up a little bit.
Just in case he's not attracted to females.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get a sense for his kind of girl. Or if he falls for you,
Alright,
Try
this
to-
area, we need you two in case he's not into either and he's into animals. Come on.
Oh yeah.
oof.
All right, what's the plan?
Oh, well, we're sending in Squeeb to go rizz
I
him
think
up
you
first
should go first.
to see if he's gay or
Screeb
not.
is going first to rizz him up.
Yeah, to
Okay.
see if he's gay or not, and then if he's
Can
not,
we just
I'll
ask
be
Grallow if
sent
he's
in.
gay or not?
And
Would
then
Grallow
if
know?
it doesn't work for me, we're sending to Sara in case he's into animals.
Okay. Y'all just gotta take that line down. Dragonborn are animals now. Oh, or do you mean because druid?
You can transfer.
Okay. I was like, damn, just calling dragonborn animals. Okay.
Grallow, have you seen any of this man's partners?
Partners? What do you mean? I've never seen him outside the library or a bar.
Oh, he's
Does
a
he
nerd.
does he like girls or does he like guys?
I don't know. He likes books and beers.
Hmm.
Has he
if we're
ever
going with
been?
the theme of bees, he probably like books, beers, and bitches.
Here, I
don't
got an
know.
idea. I stick an erotic novel in front of Aveline, and I take the picture or the wine and put it in her hand and push her towards him. Go talk to him like this.
Was it an erotic novel? I don't know about that.
Get a move on.
You got this.
Should I transform into a female half-orc? My size won't match though. That's the only problem.
Maybe you could be like a petite one. Maybe he's into it. That I don't know.
Yeah, recall that essentially the way the spell works is that the illusion can be broken essentially upon like a successful investigation.
Yeah.
And he is pretty intelligent from what Grallow said,
Okay,
so
ma-
I don't know.
Just go as
Maybe
yourself.
no
Just go
spell.
as yourself.
Get
Are
out
you guys
there.
sending me a okay. Alright. Ava will make her way.
We'll be behind you, don't worry.
Yeah. You're gonna
Wait.
watch me fail to flirt with this guy.
Sarah, you coming? We need the animal just in case.
Oh gosh. I'll just I don't know. Should I stick with Grallow maybe? Just
Okay.
if it goes bad,
Before-
just signal me.
Before we make our way all the way over, where would they keep the keys if they had keys?
They probably have a key ring to a variety of different locked areas of the library.
It's just like a key ring on their hip.
Probably like on their hip. If it's not visible, it's probably like underneath their cloak, something like that.
Okay.
That's what you would guess, anyways, as a thief.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to. If I look in this library, are there any animals here?
None that you can see.
So, no familiars, no pets, nothing.
No,
Okay.
you think you might have heard like a squawk or something from that room you all saw earlier where people were practicing spells, but none flying around in the main portion of the library. Or skittering about.
Okay. Do I summon a familiar in case this goes poorly to steal the keyring? What are your thoughts, everybody?
Yeah, maybe like you could be distracting, and if it goes poorly, they could be coming up from behind to take the keyring.
Okay. All right. I will. I think I will. It takes an hour because I'm changing my familiar's form. But I'm going to summon a weasel because I think weasels have like hands like otters, right?
They got little like paws.
Yeah, they got a little hand.
Little grubby mitts.
Sorry, I'm just debating here. Okay, I'll have my little weasel. I'm going to have him on my shoulder. And then I'm going to around here, I'm going to cast Mage Hand. Da da da. It'll be 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll like summon it like kind of low, but hanging out nearby. And I'll approach. And when I approach, the hand will follow in behind, like along the bookcase and behind him. And I'll go up. Is anyone else
As
sitting
you're
at
walking past the sort of middle area of the library and you're getting closer to Bardoom, an administrator in gray robes looks up at you and goes, "Excuse me, ma'am. There's no familiars allowed in the main portion of the library."
Oh, I'm so sorry. And I'll flick him away.
You see, Bardoom looks over and he says, "Don't listen to them rules, schmools. I say rules are for fools. As long as you've got the smarts to summon a familiar, who cares?"
Oh.
And the person in gray robes just looks over and is like, "Bardoom, sir. Also, I was told not to allow you to have any more beverages for the day." And he just looks at them, sort of stares them down, laughs, and then goes back to one of his books. The person in gray robes just looks at you and goes, "Honestly, I just don't care. Just try not to make a mess of anything."
Thank you for your advice.
They just wave you off and go back to sorting some books.
I'm going to go beside him and look for any kind of book that looks easy for me to read. I just take a few.
You look across the titles and you do recognize that there's one that's a fantasy tale of like a famous rogue thief who you kind of had idolized growing up.
Oh goodness. Anything else there?
I don't know. What are some of your interests?
I'm looking for anything that seems easy to read, whether I know it or not. So if I look at the title and it's like a simple title in common, I'm just gonna pick it up and go.
The closest thing you might see is essentially something that's talking about. It's called something like a detailed history of Baldur's Gate's
Perfect.
districts or something like that.
Baldur's Gate history. Okay. And is anyone else sitting at the table with him?
No, he's by himself.
Alright.
Besides his books and his beers.
I'm going to sit across from him. I'll sit
He
down.
looks up for only a moment, then returns to his books and takes a big swig out of his pint.
I'll just kind of like lean over and say, "Thank you for helping me back there. It was really sweet of you."
He just waves a hand. He says, "Like I said, rules schmools. Do whatever you want."
Oh, thank you. I'll flip open my book. Pretend to read some of it.
Before you can even turn a page, he's already finished the book he's on, and he moves on to the next one. He glances up and he says, "Oh, fan of architecture, are you? Or perhaps of city planning?
Yes,
Have you been
I
to
am.
Baldur's Gate before?"
I am from Baldur's Gate.
Oh, lovely. Well, what did you think of the city? What are your thoughts?
I think
Overall,
that
I think the planning of the city is fantastic, but the fact that they would set it sort of, quarter it based off sort of the general incomes and power of the people, I think is rather foolish.
a city with a good mixture between each classes in each district would really be more effective and efficient for the city's income and all that.
He nods, he's like, too true, too true. Plus, all the best bars and taverns are always in the lower income areas.
That they are.
He just laughs and finishes his pint, which then you realize magically fills itself back up with ale.
That's a pretty cool spell. Your drink just filled up again.
Oh, this? Yeah, it's a special item I received many years ago. It will essentially always fill itself back up with ale. So, always got a drink handy, and then if it's been sitting around too long, you just pour it out, and it pours a clean one for you.
Oh, well,
Perfect for reading.
true. I have a little special drink, but I don't know if that would affect your magic cup in any way.
Oh
I have
well, I've got a couple wooden bowls here that I got. I had a snack in it earlier. Could always pour it in there.
All right. I bring it out. There's not much left in it, but I
What is
have
it you got?
it's Dragonfire wine.
Ooh, some Dragonfire wine. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I
He
had a
looks you
little.
over and he's like, a little scrawny thing like you. You can drink that.
Well, I attempted. This has taken me a while to do. And
Building tolerance. That's fair. I
I
remember when
think
I was a wee one.
I don't know if I can finish the rest of this, to be honest.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to oblige you a portion of it.
Oh, thank you. And I'll pour some into his bowl.
He takes it, downs it. Let's see how he does.
Fail, fail.
He perhaps he's had, as that person in the gray robe said earlier, he's been drinking all day. Maybe he hasn't realized it, but he's already rather plastered. And he is drunk as a skunk now.
Yes.
Says, "Ooh, that hit me faster. I guess I've been sticking with the beers for too long. I haven't had anything that heavy. Oh my goodness, the room is spinning."
During this time, I'm gonna have my mage hand come up and like start kind of like not actually touching him, but like picking up a little piece of clothes to try and see where the keys are. But
So,
I'll
like, because you can't see with the mage hand, right? So, are you essentially like the mage hand is trying to just like move his cloak slightly so that you can see across the table,
Yeah.
like in sort of beneath his robe?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Roll me a sleight of hand check to do it without drawing attention.
Shit.
Ooh.
Oh, really good.
I was
Really
going to say
good.
with advantage. So we'll say that, yeah, you essentially continue to basically pat him down, but he is so drunk that he can't tell. And eventually, your mage hand sort of moves a piece of his cloak sort of forward into the side, and you get your eyes on a little glint of something shining on his hip beneath his robe.
Okay. Did I use up all of my wine on that bowl, or do I still have?
Oh, you still have some more.
All right. I was like, I'm gonna lean across the table, kind of like stand up a little bit, and be like, I have a little bit left. Do you want the rest?
He's literally like sort of leaning back and forth, like so drunk in his chair. It's like, no, I couldn't possibly have any more. No,
Oh,
I'm not going to be able to read anymore if I go too far. I can hardly read now. And he looks down at his book, and he's still going through pages, like noticeably slower than before, but he's like still flying through.
someone as big and strong as you, with that high of a tolerance, there's no way you wouldn't be able to.
Oh no, I've been around the block enough times. I know when I've had my full.
Yeah.
It's a big man that can take alcohol, but it's a smart man to know when to stop.
That is very true. I'm gonna like put my hand on his. It kind of like stops him from flipping through the book. I'm just gonna kind of like grab both of his hands with both of my hands. Just hold them.
He
We're
angrily
holding
looks up.
hands a little bit. And just lean in closer. So hopefully I'm fully distracting him so my mage hand can grab that key. And like lean in close towards him. Almost whispering in his ear. Assuming I can make it that far across the table.
Well, go ahead, finish.
Lean in and be like, so later tonight, do you want to hit up a bar together?
And your mage hand's trying to actually get the key right now.
I'm hoping. So it's on which side of him? The left or the right?
We'll say it's on his right side.
Okay, it's on his right side. So I'm going to have my head on that side. So it'll
Okay.
block his vision. And I'm
Smart.
up there whispering in his ear. And I'm holding both of his hands. So I can see my mage hand, I'm assuming at this point,
Mm-hmm.
looking down. And he can't see.
Okay. Give me first just a persuasion check with advantage. 16. Okay. Successful. Now you're going to need to do a sleight of hand check. We'll say with advantage because you passed that.
Can I use my inspiration to reroll that?
Yes, you can.
Oh.
Ooh.
Can I use my inspiration?
No, you can only use inspiration once per roll.
Darn it.
As you sort of you've grabbed his hands now and leaned over to ask him if he wants to go to a bar. Your mage hand is sort of fumbling, trying to get under the keys. He just sort of stands up abruptly and then sort of almost like falls over, and he's like, "Man, I told you, I'm here for the books. I can't. If I have any more alcohol, I'm not going to be able to focus on my reading." And he sort of stands up and he's wobbling back and forth, and he goes, "I told you, no more. I can't have any more." And as he stands up, your mage hand sort of tries to reach and grab for the keys, but they move out of the way just as he stands. Thankfully, he still hasn't noticed that something was trying to grab it. But now he's sort of stood up. He grabs a few books and he's preparing to leave.
At this point, I'm gonna stand up. I'm going to just like bow. I'm like, I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean it like that. I, I just don't have any drinking friends in the city, and at this point in time, I'm pretending like I'm gonna be crying almost.
Okay.
Hopefully that.
Okay.
He's like,
Hopefully that makes him feel
"Oh,
bad.
don't worry about it. It's I've been here before. He sort of looks around and he goes, I've yacked on the books before and I've gotten in big trouble. Like I can't do that again. Like the books are too precious. But if you want to go to a bar later, he pulls out a piece of parchment and he writes down the name of a bar. And he says, surely by the end of the night I'll be back recovered. Why don't you rent out a few books and bring some of your favorite ones, and we can go and read and drink together.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. My mage hand is still trying to grab those keys.
Okay, if you're still trying to grab it, it's going to be a lot harder now that he's like standing and moving a bit. You're welcome to try again, but
Would
just to
I-
say, like it's going to be
wasted your
harder,
one.
and the risks are going to be more severe if you try it again.
Would I be able to use my inspiration for that, or no? Because it's still technically the same thing.
If you try it again, you're welcome to, but it's going to be again for like a harder DC, and the consequences could be more severe.
Okay.
Consequences.
I'll meet him at the bar tonight. Like, oh, thank you so much. I'll nervously, I'm like fixing my appearance a little bit. It's like, oh, I'll see you later at or whatever bar I read from the parchment.
It says he
I'll
just sort of nods and waves his head and begins to like stagger out, like definitely bumping into people as he begins to leave the library.
Is he full on leaving the library?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And Squeeb, he does go to walk by you and just sort of nods if you want to interact with him at all.
Nothing like a good ale and beer, eh?
Oh, nothing truer than that, friend. Nothing truer than that. Enjoy the library.
Yep, you as well.
And I'm just gonna slowly go behind. Shh! Go follow him quickly. Go follow him.
All right.
Are y'all gonna try to follow him out of the library?
Bruh, I'm gonna take him down a dark alley and knock him out.
Okay, y'all gonna wave this
Oh
arrow?
no, their first date
Yeah.
didn't even happen. Freaking Ava built Cosby him.
Bruh.
Grallow,
I
okay,
was
as
like-
y'all are leaving, Grallow just looks over at the Sarah and he's like, she said she wouldn't kill him. Please don't. Like, he's an incredibly intelligent person. He would be a huge loss for this library.
I assure you, she will not kill him.
Okay, I trust you.
I'm gonna kill you.
I don't know her that well, but I trust you. Please keep her from killing him.
Are we gonna just leave two with them, or is it just one of them
Are
following?
y'all waving? Are y'all waving to Sarah to come with y'all?
Yeah, or telling you to come.
Alright.
Get over here.
Grallow, you staying here for now, or are you coming too?
I'll finish my research. I'll keep an eye on things here. If y'all are able to acquire the key, just let me know.
Alright.
Okay.
Thank you for your help, and I'll update you.
Of course.
All right. I gotta quickly go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Sure.
I can still hear if everything going on. I just won't be able to talk.
Okay.
We're heading out of the library now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if we're just gonna role play it or if I've got something to actually use for this. We can use the Castle Dragon Spear map. It's like kind of roughly what I would imagine it to be. I forgot I had all these boxes on here.
I was about to ask, what are all these like yellow and blue red boxes?
This was gonna be for one of the one-off sessions where y'all were the little creatures. Y'all were gonna have like a Mario Kart race around the building.
Oh.
And I think the blue squares were, I think, water that you moved through more slowly. Unless you had a swim speed, obviously. And I think the red ones were considered like no-fly zones, where if you're a flying creature, you had to move and walk. And then the yellows were just normal.
Mm.
And then y'all had different abilities and stuff y'all could use.
self-destruction.
I don't remember how to get rid of those boxes. God, I forgot how massive this map was until I look down and I see Squeeb pop on the map. It's just this tiny little thing.
Look, they're soul geared. No.
Go. Disappeared forever. Have you talked to Hog in a while?
A few days ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen hide nor hair of him. Then again, I haven't been on Twitch much recently,
He
so.
said he's getting a new job, so he might be able to join back again.
Ooh, that'd be exciting.
Yeah, it
We're
just
what, 6 people right now, I think?
it just depends on his schedule. So
Yeah. I mean, even one more person would give at least one group a little bit of wiggle room. As it stands now, if one person misses, like, we just can't do it.
yeah.
All right, so why don't we say on this map, and I can restate it for Cassie when she gets back, but we'll say, like, this is... Oh, you're here? Perfect.
Sorry, longest shit ever.
No worries. We'll say, like, this over here was the library, and there's this sort of big court... Or we'll say that this is the main, like, administrative building. Again, this isn't exactly what it looks like. But then this is sort of... God, I really wish I could get rid of these boxes. So, like, this is a main road leading up to the building. Sort of like the X and Y axes kind of in the middle here are, like, we'll call those roads. And anything off to the side, like where the little pedestals are and stuff, we'll say that those are, like, little alleyways or buildings and stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, this is not a great I have a better one I can use.
So where's Buddy right now? Is he just like on the main path or just like
Would this be better?
okay, hear me out, I got a plan quickly. So
Let's do this instead. Do our Elven Court.
ooh.
We'll say instead that the big administrative building was in the middle here, and that all the garden space around it are buildings. But then all the other stuff on the outside are buildings, so, like, as you're going through, there'll be alleyways or different areas you can go and stuff. So let's say, let me grab the guy again. Where is Bardoom? Big Bardoom.
Jeez.
Okay. We'll say he's leaving out the main building this way. So if y'all are following him, y'all be like, come behind him like that.
Yep.
Is he still reading while walking?
Yes, he definitely has one book in one hand. And his other is just sort of being used for balance because he is frequently running into things.
Alright, Sarah, what's your plan?
Okay, how
He
about
has his mug with him.
Does he have his what?
His mug. His magic mug.
It seems he put it back in his bag.
so I'm thinking we have to lure him into the alley, right? So if we're not meeting him later, if we're luring him,
Well, we got two options. We either lure him into an alley and mug him, or we follow him back to his home, see where he lives. I go on this date, and you guys go rob his place.
What if
There's
he has
two
the key on him on your date?
Then I'll have to try and get it on the date.
hmm, okay, yeah, let's make up this plan fast then. what do you think safer option? You grabbing the keys in the bar, potentially with other people, or just in the alley? We get them.
So if we do it in the alley, we have to try and keep him knocked out for a certain amount of time so we can go grab what we need.
I'm gonna
Probably
say,
put
since
you
like
back
y'all are
on.
already out of the library and walking around, just to add some additional, some pressure, I'm gonna give y'all 3 minutes to decide what you want to do, and then you've got to come up with an option, or he'll be gone.
Okay, perfect.
Go.
So we would either right now we would have to mug him, go into the library, get what we need, come back out, probably put the key back on him so he doesn't get in trouble. But I will take that mug. Yeah, if we do it on the date, we'd have to make sure, like, when we get the key, either right after the date, go and grab the map that we need.
Oh, we don't have to knock him out here. I could just talk to him, and you guys could try and get him while he's focused on me about books and stuff. What do you think?
Sure.
Just right here, out in the open.
I'll just talk and walk with him, and then I'll just talk about books with him, and then maybe like get him around the corner and around an alleyway.
If you think that, I was also thinking of turning into a cat or something and having a book in my mouth running past him. Like, I don't think he'd like that a cat's just gnawing on a book, so he might chase after me.
That one's
Alright.
also pretty good. He would follow you
Alright.
down into an alleyway.
Yeah.
All right,
We can mug
you
him.
do that. I'll pretend it'll be my cat, and then we can go in the alley and just talk about books, and Aveline can get them.
Okay.
I'm going to use my disguise self as well, my hat.
Are you gonna
And-
turn into a man?
Yeah, I'm going to turn to the scrawny human male. His just looks like a commoner, but he doesn't look like that bad. He's in okay clothes, not fully tattered.
All right. Okay. I don't know the point of that, but sure.
So he doesn't recognize me when I mug him.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Okay, just hand me one of the books that he wanted you to rent out, and then...
Yeah, here you go. Just give you a book.
Okay, and I'll run
Evelyn
off.
just hands you the book that she had grabbed off the table on like the history of
History
Baldur's
of Baldur's
Gate's
Gate.
architecture.
All right. You gonna run past?
Yeah, or I guess like an
I'll pretend-
alley, like what, somewhere over here then?
Yeah, I'll pretend to be running out. Hey, somebody, stop that cat! They have library property.
Meow.
Okay, sounds like y'all have a plan. Let me stop the timer. So as he's getting ready to round a corner, you're right past him in cat form.
Yes.
With a book in her mouth.
Okay. He's gonna look down and be like, "Oh, that's a smart cat. Knows how to read, eh?" Like, too drunk to realize that like the cat is not the one reading the book.
No, the cat can't read. It just stole from the library.
Oh, it stole. Oh, here I work at the library. I'll help you chase it down.
I'll
And he
pretend
goes
to be an out of shape nerd.
Faces the cat.
Oh.
Let me do a dex check for him to see if he's so drunk he trips
Please
over
let
himself.
him fall.
He
and
does,
eat
yeah. He
shit and knock
100%
himself
falls.
out.
He falls on his face as he's trying to chase the cat.
Oh my
And he
god,
looks up-
sir, are
he,
you
He
okay?
looks up at you and goes, "Well, go on, get your cat."
Oh, just making sure you're all right.
I'm fine. He stands up and brushes himself off and continues to chase after the cat.
Damn it. I wish he fell for longer.
Wish he'll eat shit and knock himself out.
Sonny, have you gotten to like the end of an alley? Like, what's the plan here?
I think, yeah, this is probably like the end of an alley right here.
Okay. He sort of squares you up and he looks down. He's like, "Now you might be a smart cat, but you still shouldn't steal. If you want to read something, just go to the library and stay there."
I don't think that cat can talk. I think it's just a regular cat.
He looks up at you and he's like, "Oh, right, it's just a cat. Can I have that book back, cat?" He's just like swaying back and forth, completely ignoring that you just told him it can't talk. He's like trying to have a conversation with it.
I'm gonna still have it in my mouth, but give like the Puss in Boots cat stare.
The cute one.
Yeah.
With the big eyes.
The big eyes.
He's gonna look at it and go, "Oh well, you know what? Let me see what book it is, and maybe I can go back and say that I rented it out." He tries to reach down and grab the book. Do you let him take the book?
Um.
Can
Oh,
I do non-lethal sneak attack
Yeah,
damage?
I was
or no?
waiting
Yeah,
for.
100%. Yeah, if you want to non-lethally attack him, go for it.
I'm going to. I really hope this is going to be enough to just knock him out.
Okay.
I'm going to come up behind him.
Okay.
Do like you see in the movies, the karate chop in the back of the neck, knockout, and really hope this works.
Sure.
So, what
Do
roll
I
would
just
I be
want to
doing?
allow it, or yeah, I think I'll just allow the attack. How much damage can you potentially do? Like if you just roll like what would an
Just normal
attack be?
sneak attack.
We'll say with your dagger, because we can say like you can also use like the hilt of your
You want me
dagger
to
to like
do
knock him out.
the 2 attack and then the damage, or just damage?
Just do the damage. Like assume that you hit,
All right, so this is
because
dagger.
he is drunk, unaware, not wearing any armor.
This
Like,
is my sneak attack, which was really shitty.
okay, yeah, we'll say that's enough to knock him out.
Boom.
Considering he was already drunk as a skunk and close to passing out.
All right, I'm
Okay.
gonna loot him. Straight for those keys and straight for that mug. Touchy feely, touchy feel.
Okay. Yeah. You can take those.
No, not his mug.
You have no idea how much that mug means to me.
You don't have no idea how much it means to him, I think.
Better for me than him. I'm sure he has enough money to buy another one.
I think it was a gift.
All right. In that case, you've
Well.
got the what was the word I used for it? Not a jug, a pint that refills itself magically, as well as a ring of keys that are likely to give you access to the various portions of the library.
I mean, it's kind of a good thing you're helping him with his alcoholism. So.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help, okay?
As
By
she like
becoming an
takes a
alcoholic.
swig, yeah, as she takes a swig herself.
Oh, yeah. That is some pretty good ale. And just like turn it upside down. 'Cause I think if it's upside down, it doesn't refill. Put it
Or
upside down into my pocket there, and yeah, pick him up, lean him up against the side wall.
Do you at least give him the book back?
Oh yeah, he can have the book.
Are you sure?
I mean,
He might know that you're the one who had that book.
that is true. We'll take the book back with us.
Okay. Well,
It's
y'all
just
were
a
the ones who
fever dream
technically
for
rented
him.
it out, so
Yeah,
you would need to return it eventually, anyways.
it's just a fever dream. That's all it was. All right, we got the keys. Let's go back to that library.
All right.
Alright.
I'm gonna assume I didn't use my magic disguise self that long.
Well, I think the hat you can use as
It
many
has-
times as you want, anyways,
It
right?
has 3 charges, an hour per charge.
Okay. Well, that would have been one of the charges.
Yeah, so I have two charges, 2
that's
hours
not
left.
right. Oh, that's previous chapters. Waterdeep.
I'm going
Okay.
to
Back
disguise
to the library then.
self and look like him. I'm going to become him.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
And
In that
I
case,
think-
y'all return to the library.
yeah,
You'll
I
see
come-
Grallow still waiting in a nearby spot, and you can just. Are you able to move around?
no,
Bardoon's character.
no,
Let's see if
I
can
can't.
change it.
I'll just put my character off to the side.
Well, you can at least act too slosh that you can't talk.
And I have that magic pint. That
Okay, I think you should be able to move it now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, walk back in. Where's the return desk?
We'll say it's just close to the entrance where you
I'm
came
just
in.
gonna put the book on the desk. Just make gibberish noises and then just kind of walk in.
Okay. There's an administrator there in gray robes, looks up and goes, "Oh, Bardoom. Returning a book? Well, I mean, appreciate it. As an administrator, it's your responsibility generally to return them yourselves. But I mean, you know what? You're senior member. We'll take care of it.
I just
Just remember not to yak on the books. Boss is
I
still
just
pissed about that.
nod and put up like a finger, be like, yeah. Continue
They,
my
they
way.
sort of look at you confusedly and they're like, "Okay, whatever. He's hammered."
All right. To the administrative section.
Are y'all gonna go back with Grallow?
Yeah, I'm gonna just,
Yeah, we can go meet up with them.
yeah, can I just, like, I don't have to talk, but I could just think it, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm just gonna think to him, like, that's not actually Bardoon. It's Ava in disguise. Bardoon is...
Well, he doesn't have the ring on right now.
Oh, he doesn't?
'Cause he took it off when y'all were in the same room because it had that like feedback kind of weird situation.
Is he holding it, though? Can I tell him to put it on?
You can tell him to put it on, and he'll put it on, and yeah, we'll just
Okay.
assume you did that. Now you can
Can he
communicate.
keep guard for us?
telepathically
Let us know if anyone's coming.
if y'all want to
Okay.
ask him to.
I'll let him know. I'll just say it's not actually Bardoon. It's Ava in disguise. Bardoon is safe. He's just
Oh, thank
outside.
God.
He's just hammered in an alley.
He's really hammered in an alley. So just check on him as soon as we leave.
Oh, okay. Well, honestly, that checks out to probably how his days normally end. So, good job.
Yeah, so we're just gonna use the keys quick, and if you could just keep an eye for us, and then we'll leave.
That sounds good. He says, okay, in the administrative section when you go, and if you're looking for building blueprints, you're going to want to look on the left side of the room at the third sort of section. You should see that it's labeled like architectures and blueprints. Sound good?
Sounds good. Thank you, Grallow.
Of course. He says, I'll escort y'all over to the gate, and then I'll just wait outside.
Perfect.
All right. As y'all walk in, Bardoon easily opens the gate and leads y'all into the restricted section, which I had already put Grallow in here, I think. Actually, no, I didn't. Put him somewhere else. Cool. All right. If y'all want to drop your characters in here at the bottom.
Holy crap, this is a big map.
Should I use Ava's character or should I still have myself as the other guy?
Depends. Do you want to keep up the disguise?
Oh, I'm gonna keep that disguise up.
Okay. Let me drop him on.
Woo!
No, you don't get to be massive.
Dang it!
Giant Bardoon.
All right. Can you move him?
Yeah.
Perfect. So if you recall, he said it was the third section on the left-hand side, I believe.
Yeah,
But as you walk in, you sort of see that this room has an entirely different feel to it, whereas the old library felt more fantastical and almost like this place for everyone to come together and collect knowledge. This place feels very private, very powerful. And at the far end of the room, you can see a map of sort of the known world, as well as sort of a smaller map in the middle of the room with a table around it that's you can see as a map of Faerun, with a variety of different like figures sticking out of it, indicating castles, forts, cities, things of that nature. On either side of the room are vast columns of a variety of different books, some of which, even in this section, are sort of locked off with big chains and padlocks. But most of those are on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, it seems to be a variety of different sections dealing with sort of infrastructure in the city, architecture. You see the section that he had mentioned, as well as some other sections on like the history of the town, and some other topics.
We should probably go as fast as we can. No,
Left, third section.
yeah.
How do you know that?
I'm sorry the squares don't line up perfectly. Sometimes it's hard to make that work.
Square.
So third section on the left, labeled architecture.
Did we get to it?
Did we find it yet?
All up here.
Sorry, I sort of thought that this is section 1, this is section 2, and then this is section 3.
All right, we're looking for Fizz Bands Holding Company.
I'll say sort of the other features of the room. As y'all walk down the stairs past one of them, you can look up and see these massive sculptures of what seem to be magic knights. And the only reason you can tell they're magic is sort of while they wield a sword in one hand, they've got staves across their backs, and their shields seem to have arcane symbols on them. And they're like, this room is, I mean, you can sort of somewhat tell from the map size, but like very, very large. The ceilings are vaulted, probably about 50 feet tall. And these statues themselves are probably about 25, 30 feet tall.
Jeez.
So massive, massive statues.
So Grallow's been here before. Can I just like link to him to ask if there's anything we should be wary about, like any traps at all?
I mean, traps? No, he says this is a library. I mean, y'all are in the restricted section. You sort of had to get past the first layer of security. He says, "Oh, there are other sections in there that are considered taboo, forbidden, dangerous. You've probably seen them already, the ones with like chains over them." He says, "I've never accessed those. I've never heard of anyone accessing those. I would probably stay away from those."
Okay. Sounds like it's got some pretty good stuff in there. Okay.
So I think we should just take what we need. I don't think we should risk things, especially if we're on a time crunch with your disguise.
Okay. All right. Fizz Bands Holding Company.
Sure. As you get to that section, you see the one labeled for different like civic blueprints, and they're all alphabetized, as this is like a very well taken care of library. And as you scroll through, sure enough, you get over to F and you find Fizzban's Holding Company. And inside you can see sort of a binder filled with scrolls.
Take it out. Open it up. Is
Okay,
it like...
give me a perception check. Yeah. You as you look at the binder, you're like, "Yep, this is exactly what we're looking for."
Yeah, this looks right. I'll just show it to the others.
And then as you pull the binder out of its slot, you'll hear a massive rumbling behind you, as it sounds like almost like nails on a chalkboard, scratching against the floor behind y'all.
Ugh.
And one of the statues begins to move. And everybody roll for initiative.
I'm just looking at the box.
Grallow, what the hell?
All right, let's see if we can't use this initiative tracker like before. Did y'all get a 21 and a 20? Is that new, old? Oh, crap.
That's old.
Okay. The 7 is what you got though, right?
Yeah.
Evelyn got a 23. Nicely done. This is old. Can you remove this?
Sarah got a 6.
Big rolls.
Weenie.
Gotta wait to add turn. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got a 6, you said?
I got a 6.
The hell is that in the turn order? Evelyn, you potato. What did you just do?
Nothing.
Uh-oh. That's a big AoE.
That is a very big AoE.
I'm just checking something real quick.
All right. Whenever y'all are ready, go for it.
Evelyn, what did you do?
I just moved the book.
Put it back!
I'm gonna put the book back.
It's already been activated. Nothing happens.
Damn.
Like
Alright, take
the
it.
statue continues to move.
Can I perceive what that book was?
That she took.
Yeah.
I mean, when she pulled it out and showed it to y'all, it seems that it was labeled correctly. That it does seem to be the blueprints for.
Can I like look
Fisherman's
in the
Holding Company.
bookcase and see what happened? Like what activated?
Forbidden.
Yeah, when you look in there, you see there seems to be some sort of like little pressure plate.
Forbidden book.
Oh, traps my ass.
Freaking
I
Grallow
am.
doesn't know.
Well, you have to think there's a lot of books in here, and if there was one specifically under that book, that would be a bit unusual.
Yeah.
So these are magical. They're freaking. I swear they're gonna be what's his name's artificer.
Planted from the cult.
Swift.
He is known.
Right.
He is a famous artificer in the city.
I am going to cast darkness.
Okay.
On us. Or on
Oh,
him.
15 foot. I was like so confused. I was like, that's really big. Is that the only one that's moving?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. I cast darkness on him. Boom.
He moves 2 feet and he's out.
Shh. Actually, in that case. Boom.
You can also, I think, in the settings of your ruler, you can set it to linger if you want to put it down somewhere and leave it there.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Where is it? Oh, linger. Oh, okay. Okay.
So next time you draw something, it'll disappear, but for now, that'll like work as
Trying to think.
where you want it.
Yeah. Right there.
That's where you
Oh.
want the darkness?
Yep. They
Okay.
can't see me. I can't see them. It's darkness between us.
Uh,
Right?
uh,
There's only people within it.
I think he can see you pretty clearly.
Wow. Yeah.
Also, you have to think elevation-wise. I know I don't mess with elevation a lot. Y'all came down the stairs, so that's like 5 to 10-ish feet up, and then, like I said, it's like 25 feet tall, so it might even be able to see over your darkness because it's 15-foot radius, right?
Why don't you just cast it on us?
Well, they know
Then
where
y'all
we
won't
are.
be able to see as well.
Yeah, we won't be able to see.
I think only you can see in the magically created darkness, right? Or can you not see in it either? Oh, you put the description there. Let's see.
Dark vision can't see through it.
Yeah, so it would impact you as well.
Oh, I could cast it on them, and it moves with them.
Yeah, they are technically an inanimate object.
That's pretty interesting. I remember that for next time.
Well, I mean, you still haven't said where you're going to cast it this time. Up to you.
I kind of have it. Wait, now if I do this, is it going to change? Okay, it does remove it.
Well, just let
Right?
me know if you want to cast it on it, because I can do something else for that.
If that
Yeah,
thing has dark
it's on
vision,
its forehead.
if that thing that has dark vision, though, you're just buffing it.
It'll be okay.
So it's a 15-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
I thought even with dark vision, I can't see through it.
Okay.
Dark vision.
Can y'all see that little radius around it?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. It now has a sphere of darkness around it.
All right. Oh, hopefully this buys us some time. And I'm just going to like, assuming there's an opening, just kind of like make my way down.
You're just gonna book it.
What? 5, 10. This is a little. 5, 15, 20. There. I can't tell. To there we go.
Cool. All right. Can you get rid of your 15 feet so I don't get confused with that?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. The massive statue is going to start moving. It's going to go 5 feet, 10 feet. It's going to start stepping down or like jumping down to the level below it that y'all are on. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then, let's see, what does it want to do? So it still can't see. It's just blindly running in the direction you were in before. Um, hmm. Hmm. I think y'all are still too far away to attack. So I think it's just going to use its action to dash and continue to move until
Oh,
it can get as
Jesus.
close to y'all as possible.
You guys are in the darkness now.
Everybody is in the darkness now.
Help.
And since that was its action, it'll essentially you essentially see this thing all of a sudden be consumed by darkness,
This
and then
dark
all of a sudden
orb.
that cloud of darkness just comes fucking sprinting at you.
Holy crap.
Until y'all are all consumed by the darkness, and all you can sort of hear is like marble scraping on marble, as it just sort of moves in a space right next to y'all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, that's its turn. So who is up after that? I'm gonna Squeeb. You're up.
I will disengage
Okay.
and I will start moving. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
That's all I can do. See you later.
All right. Sarah, you are up.
Uh, I'm just not sure with how the darkness would affect it. Like, can I still cast slow on it?
Yeah, you're definitely close enough that you can sense where it is enough to be able to cast something on it.
All right, I'll try and cast slow on the marble statue.
Okay. Can you post that spell? How does it work?
Yeah.
Okay. Up to 6 creatures of your choice in a 40-foot cube within range. Oh yeah, totally. Because you could have essentially just stayed at a 40-foot cube and be like, I only want to impact him.
Yeah.
Must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be affected by this spell for the duration. Speed is halved, -2 to AC and Dex saving throws, and it can't use reactions. Action, not both. Oh, I forget. Slow is so good. Okay.
I'm hoping the statue fails.
Cool. What is your DC throw or your DC spell save DC?
14.
It fails.
Yes!
So it is now affected by slow.
Awesome. And then... I think I'm just gonna move to the other side of it, kind of over right here.
Okay. We'll say you scramble sort of between the massive legs of the marble horse.
Yeah. And I think that's... Actually, I
Was
have
that
a...
if you still have movement? So part of the slow thing is it can't use reactions, so it can't do an attack of
Oh,
opportunity
okay.
against you.
So I think I have just right here then. And then I
You
think...
had what, 10 movement from where you were?
Yeah, I was like right here. But I think here's fine. And
That
then...
works. Whatever. I think you're out of the darkness either way.
Yeah. Just as a bonus action, I'll just cast Shillelagh in case.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Let me. Okay. Cool.
Back to me.
Yeah. Back to the top of the turn order. Back to Aveline.
I'm going to move. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to dash. Boom. Yeah. Yep, that's my turn. I'm just running.
Alrighty then. The statue rolled well enough to kind of perceive the direction y'all were going in, especially since y'all are close enough to him. So he is going to move. Let's see. How far away to me? Yeah, so we'll say he moves to here.
You back the hell up, statue. Oh my gosh.
Is he close enough? That within? No, that's 15 feet. So he's gonna pull back and he's gonna swing his massive spear sort of in a circle along the floor, just kind of in a sweeping motion since he doesn't exactly know where you are. He's still gonna attack with disadvantage because y'all are both in darkness now. But Sony, he is going to try and hit you. Because of slow, he can't do multi-attacks though.
Whew.
Okay, he rolled a 20. Or I guess like he didn't roll a 20, he rolled a 15 plus 5 to hit. So
Okay.
you are going to take and slow is a concentration spell, right?
No, it's not.
No? Okay.
It's so good.
It is very good. You take 10 points of damage.
Oh my god.
And then it gets a chance to save on the slow every turn, right? I think that's how it works.
Yes. Yeah.
What'd you say your save was again? 15?
14.
Okay. He is no longer affected by the slow spell.
No,
Oh god.
It's just an orb of darkness
you
now.
just had to rub it in how good slow was, huh?
All right, then with that, it's back to Squeed.
All right, I'm booking it. Using my sprint to get over to this area.
If you get that close to him, you're going to be within melee range.
All right.
Because he can use reactions again now that he passed out of slow. So he can swing within 10 feet because he has a reach weapon.
Damn. So right here, does that count or no?
Yeah, if you go that, we'll say that you stay within out of reach. So that's what, 15 feet to get there. So if you can move there and then just go straight down, I think you'll be fine.
I got 45 left, so I will go right there. All right, goodbye, Sarah. I don't know. I was trying, or I just used my action to sprint. Actually, I can't do anything else. I'm out of here. End turn.
All right, Sarah.
I'm gonna cast slow again on it.
Okay. So it's got to make a save again.
Yeah.
It saves again.
Oh, it's saved?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually... Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna run... Was that right here, I believe? That was 30. And I'm just gonna... Can I use a bonus action to communicate with the ring?
Sure. I'll allow that.
And I'll just say, like, Grallow trap activated in here. We might need help.
It's a giant mobile statue.
Sure. You see the doors open at the other end, and Grallow comes running in. He just looks at you guys and is like, "Oh God, what did y'all do? What is that? What is that dark thing of darkness in the middle of the room?"
It's one of the statues.
It's a statue.
He looks and sees like the statue missing from the room. He's like, "Oh God."
It was planted here from the cultists.
Well,
Promise.
people are going to notice either way that either a statue has been destroyed or a statue is moving. So let's get the hell out of here. See what Grallow rolls on initiative. Not well.
Well, that sounds like him.
Actually, I need to see if I have his character sheet to go back to get the exact values, but he did not roll well. All right, we'll say his turn was used to sort of come into the room and observe. So we're going to go back to the top of the order, back to Aveline.
Woo! And, yeah. Just, yeah. Let's just go over here.
He's going to leave.
Alright, guys. Come on, let's go. That's my turn.
Okay. Back to the giant statue then. For its perception checks to see if it could follow where y'all were moving. It did not hear Sony move, but it did hear Squeep move. So it is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Enough to where it's sort of bumping up against your presence. And it is going to... well, actually now, y'all are both going to be in trouble. Essentially, the horse is going to sort of rear back and start sort of, what is it called, broncoing everywhere? Where it just kind of goes on a... Yeah, it starts just bucking all over the place and kicking.
Stomping.
So it's actually going to be a 15-foot AoE, which is perfect for the darkness. So anybody who's in the darkness is potentially going to get hit by this.
Help!
Y'all need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Holy crap! Can I use inspiration, please?
yeah, you can if you've got it.
Oh my god!
Even better.
I rolled a 21.
Trip, you saved. Let me roll for damage.
All the attacks just hit Sony.
Trip, you only take you only take 9 points of damage.
Holy
Ow.
hell.
Sony, you took. And at least you didn't get a 1, right?
Yeah.
You take 18 points of damage and you're prone.
Oh my god.
All right, that's its turn. Squeeb, you're up.
Oh, my back. Oh, the Sarah.
Yeah, one of the legs kind of glanced against your armor and it, dented it in a bit. Meanwhile, like this era got like horse kicked in the face and knocked on her ass.
Just went flying back.
Yeah.
Bada.
Got hit by a hoof that's as big as her body.
Let me look at. Could I, if I am in reach of the Sarah, can I pick her up and
You can use an
Get it.
action to pick her up. Yeah.
uh
Otherwise,
she
she has
have-
to use all of her movement to stand up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God damn it. The Sarah, get up!
You didn't want to go
Alright.
diagonal towards me?
If he moves,
Well,
he's
it
gonna
doesn't-
attack of
it does-
opportunity.
Oh, even with the
Alright.
darkness?
It'll be
Oh,
with
okay.
disadvantage to hit, but it'll still
Alright, I'll
stand.
take the step forward.
Okay, let me see if he hits. 20, or sorry, with disadvantage, so it's a 20. I assume that hits. 14
Yes,
points
that
of
hit.
damage.
Too good over there.
My back! The Sarah, get up! Taking back shots from a horse.
Yeah. Well, this time with the spear, you feel just sort of a massive piece of marble slam into your back as you try to move away.
As a bonus action, I'm a second wind and then end my turn.
Okay, and you picked her up with your action.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's gonna be Thesera's turn. You are now standing up, so you don't have to use that to move.
A
So
heal for
your
10.
turn is free.
Nice.
Okay, got it.
I think I'm gonna use...
Just move!
Okay, just calm down.
Are you slow again?
I wish.
I cast slow a third time.
I think I'm gonna use Wither and Bloom. So it's a 10-foot radius sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
And where do you want to place it?
Why is
Are you gonna
the...
place it like on Squeeb so that all three of y'all are in it?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Does
Yeah,
that-
you can definitely place it where everybody's in it.
Okay. So I'll just post it as well so you can see it. But I'm hoping to heal
That's a
myself.
cool spell. Yeah.
And then also do damage to... potentially do damage to the marble statue.
Yes, as you cast it on the statue. Well, you're in darkness, so actually give me a perception check.
Welcome to the darkness.
Jeez. Perception. Oh, I might be good at that. Wow.
11. I'll say that's good enough that you see as you cast your spell and sort of the magic. How would you describe the necrotic damage of your spell works?
I just like to think it kind of looks like shadowy tendrils coming out from the ground. And it,
Okay, yeah, it's like shadowy vines sort of latching on to this
yeah.
marble statue. But seeing that it's entirely made of marble, these sort of tendrils try to like pierce into its flesh or like grow on it, and it struggles to grasp onto it at all. And then the spell just sort of dissipates, seemingly having done nothing.
Damn.
Well, that did nothing.
Well, I can roll one of my unspent hit dice.
Yeah, the healing effect will still
Yeah.
occur.
Can
So
you just move?
so a D8. Yeah, I can move 2. I'll just let's see. Whoops. I'll move to that corner there. And then I'll just do my healing die, which is a D8.
And
And
Trip can heal as well, right?
it's just one creature, I think. So just
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
so I think it could be like multiple damage, like
But only
whoever's in
one
it,
heal.
but only
Yeah.
one heal. So I'm gonna have to use it on myself because I'm not looking too good. And the spellcasting modifier, is that just a +3?
It's whatever your wisdom is.
Yeah. Okay.
Wisdom. What level was the spell that you cast?
I think
Um.
Wither and Bloom is by default second level, right? Yeah. Transmutation 2.
Holy crap.
Holy guacamole.
What? I have the worst rolls ever all the time. I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Gonna be Grallow's turn. He is going to cast Ice Storm, which has a 20-foot radius. So I need to do that. A hail of rock hard ice pounds the ground, 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Each creature in the cylinder must make a dex saving throw. A creature takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 4d6 cold damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. The area is also turned into difficult terrain until the end of your next turn. So it accomplishes a couple different things here. Let's do linger, circle. Trying to place it so that Squeeb doesn't get hit. Oh wait, did I say 20 feet? Yeah, I think I said 20 feet. Okay, so he'll cast it here. Now the statue needs to make a dex save. It fails on the dex save. So 2d8 plus 4d6.
Wait, what was it casting?
Ice Storm. It's a 4th level spell.
On itself?
No, this is Grallow.
Oh.
Grallow cast the spell. He did not roll super well. Oh, he can re-roll ones though, can't he?
Yeah, he can.
That helped a lot. Okay. That helped a ton. 15, 17, 25. All right, he deals 25 points of damage to the big statue. Actually, that's going to be doubled, so 33. So 35 points of damage to the statue. And that area that's red now is considered difficult terrain, so it'll have half movement speed in that. And that will go up to the top of the turn. Aveline, you're up.
Woo! Well, are we trying to destroy this, or are we trying to keep it in working condition? I say to Grallow beside me.
He looks at it and he said, frankly, it's too late at this point either way. People are going to notice that something happened, so I think we ought to just get out of here as quick as we can.
Gotcha. I'm going to step forward. Not to there. 15. Da-da-da-da. And I'm going to cast this spell. And I'm going to do the ground rumbles and make it seem like somebody's over there. Go that way. That's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, and that doesn't require concentration, so.
Yeah.
Okay, what direction did you say? Over here?
Yeah, right here.
Okay. Cool. Let me see. I'll do a roll to see if it sort of falls for it. It does not.
Dang it.
It is going to be a difficult terrain, so as it moves, that's actually 10 feet, 20, sorry, yeah, 10, 20, 30, 40. It's going to swing its spear in the direction it detected magic. So it's going to swing its spear towards you, but it's going to be with disadvantage because y'all are both in darkness now.
Lovely.
It perhaps in y'all's favor, this might make it more easy to cover up what happened. It swings its spear and just knocks the head clean off of the other statue. But it misses wide and goes well over your head.
Whee! Perfect.
All right, that's going to be its turn. Over to Squeeb.
Alright, I'm gonna just get running up the stairs.
Okay.
30 right here.
You can just go straight down from that. That's fine.
And that'll end my turn. Tessera, hurry up.
I'm gonna
All
run
right,
kind of
Sarah.
next to him. I'm gonna heal myself again, but this time with Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Oh, healing yourself again, huh?
Let's see, it's D8 plus that. Finally.
Oh my
Finally.
god.
Woo!
All right, you heal for that damage.
There we go.
That's your turn.
And I think that's all I can do right now.
Okay. Let me see. What do I want Grallow to do now?
Use the move, Grallow.
Do the thing. Oh, that's not right. This could be fun. No, that won't work. Okay, he is going to cast the 3rd level spell, Tidal Wave. She can essentially like launch a tidal wave forward. Does it have to come from him?
Goodbye, y'all. See y'all in the
30
afterlife.
feet, 30 feet long, 10 foot wide. No, he can spawn it, so he's going to spawn it like in front of the statue and try to knock it down. It needs to make a dex saving throw. Ooh, it succeeds though. So it's going to take half of this, but it's also weak to that type. So it takes 17 points of damage. And Aveline, you are close enough, but you're in darkness, so give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Perception. Dead.
10. While you can't see anything in the darkness, you could swear you hear a sort of cracking sound as the wave pummels into the statue.
Okay.
With that, it's going to be its turn. Squeak, you're up.
Alright, guys, let's get out of here.
If you want to move to where Grallow is and just like ready in action to leave, that's fine.
I'm readying my action to leave.
Okay. So Sarah, you are up. I don't think you're quite close enough.
No.
Grab my hand.
The other hand.
My strong hand.
I think it's about there. Let's see how close I am to this. 30. I'm going to... Alright, calm down there, Squeeb.
I mean, we can say I think it would be reasonable to say you use your dash to get out, and like Squeeb is there ready to open the door for all of y'all to leave, because he was able to get there with his movement, and Grallow was standing nearby as well.
Like for the next turn, maybe, or what?
No, I think you could use your dash to double your movement, and that would be more than enough to like get out of the room.
Are we all good to plan on leaving then for this?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Get out.
Wait, did I do somebody out of order? Did I do Grallow out of order? Was it not his turn?
It's
No, I think
his
it
turn
was
now.
mine and the statue's turn you skipped.
Oh, you're right. So yeah, you would have perceived that when Grallow did it. Then it would have been your turn.
My turn.
Right. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Well, do y'all mind moving back?
Where the hell was I?
How much would you say the statue weighs?
The statue?
Yeah.
A ridiculous amount. I don't
Like,
even know.
how many pounds?
How many pounds? God.
7
Several
billion.
How much? Several thousand? 8,000? 4,000?
Sure. 10,000.
10,000? Why can't you just make it 8,000? Or just
Because it's
under 8,000?
10,000.
Man, that ruins it. It's gonna place the immovable rod and trip it.
No, I think it would be enough to move it.
It can hold up to 8,000 pounds.
It's a 30-foot tall statue. Come on. A marble statue.
It could be hollow on the inside, to be fair.
No, these are high quality.
Oh man. my wonderful turn. I'm going to snap my familiar back in and have my familiar run around to that side.
Okay. Let me see if it perceives its movement. Unfortunately for you, it did not
What
see
the?
your familiar moving.
The familiar is magical. I say it goes 30 feet, so familiar right over there. Okay, well, my movement. I'm just, okay.
All
Pete.
right. Statue's time, baby. Last chance. Who did he attack last turn? I think he attacked Aveline with the
Well,
spear, right? So
yeah, it took the other statue's head off.
10, 20, 30. We'll say he's out now. 35, 40. He's going to do the same bucking attack that he did before. So Grallow and Aveline need to make dex saving throws, which Grallow did not do great on.
Yeah,
7, you did not do great on either.
yeah.
Make it good. Okay. Fish. Yep. Okay, so that deals 19 damage to both of you, and you're both prone.
I'd like
Oof.
to use my uncanny dodge to take half damage as a reaction.
Okay. So you take, what do we say, rounding down. So you take 9 points of damage.
Beautiful.
Cool. Growler takes the full 19 like a champ,
Oof.
and is on his ass. Which I think you'll still be prone though, right? Even with the uncanny dodge or evasion.
Probably.
Yeah. Cool. All right. In that case, now we're gonna go to Squeeb.
This changes the plan. um, let's see. I guess I'll use my action to pick up Grallow.
Okay.
And then end my turn. And hightail it out of here.
Righty. Sarah, you're up.
Let's see. Just let me know when that door gets open, but I'll just be right beside Squeeb. Actually, no. I'm gonna cast a spell right where I am right now.
The sandwich spell.
I'm gonna cast Ice Knife.
Okay. Is that a? Do you roll attack on that spell, or is it the creature rolls?
Uh,
Yep, range spell attack. So you're gonna have disadvantage on that.
okay. I'm gonna cast it as a level 2 spell.
Okay. Add your modifier and your proficiency.
So I'm gonna try, like, can I cast it so they're not being hit, but just the statue?
What do you mean?
Because
You want to aim at a particular portion of the statue?
it explodes.
Mhm.
So I do a piercing damage first.
Yeah, we can say like it's going. You can aim at a portion of the statue that's far enough away that if it explodes, it wouldn't hit your teammates.
So I think this for the... That was for the piercing.
Well, you've got to roll to hit it first.
Oh, shoot.
That's what I was saying. It's just like ranged spell attack is just like attacking with like a bow and arrow. You roll a d20, add your proficiency and your wisdom.
It's at disadvantage.
Yeah, with disadvantage. Okay, 17 would have hit, 9 did not. So instead we'll say it goes flying past it, and the first thing it hits is the statue behind it, which I think it's only 5 feet, right? Yeah, so it's too far away for the explosion to do anything.
But
That's okay. It's still making noise. So hopefully that does
Yeah,
something.
let me see. It was succeeding all of its perception checks earlier. Now it's failing them all. It didn't really notice where that sound came from.
must have been the wind ass.
Alright, I'm just gonna run down here too.
Okay.
Probably right here.
Grallow is going to use. Oh god, he's in a rough spot. Or no, you picked up Grallow, right?
Yeah.
Thank God you did. He's going to use his action to disengage, and then his movement to like,
Leave.
yeah, essentially leave. Yeah, he'll get. He's close enough to it that he can get the door open and move. So he's got the door open, waiting for y'all. So Aveline, it's gonna be your turn.
Perfect. I'm just gonna like
Scooch
ready
out.
to leave. Other side of the door.
Oh, we forgot to check if. We'll forget it for now. When you took damage, it should have. We should have rolled a concentration check for your darkness spell.
I guess yeah. I'm gonna have to use all my movement to get up because I'm prone, I believe.
Yep, if you're prone, you'll need to.
And then bonus action. Boom.
Bonus action to dash.
I just kind of roll and then get up.
Yeah, a little combat roll and
Yeah.
get out.
Roll to disengage and then stand up.
All right. Well, we'll say you're out of the room now, but we'll say Grallow, Squeeb, and the Sarah are kind of still in the danger zone. So it's going to take a step forward and to the side, and it is going to. I'm going to roll just a. Let's say this to determine who it's trying to attack, because it's going to swing its spear. All right. It tries to swing its spear at Sony with disadvantage. It only gets a 7, so it thrusts its spear at you and just impales it into the wall, the back wall of the administrative section above you. And then as it
Sarah
retracts
craps
it, sort
herself.
of, a bunch of brick and marble sort of chunks sort of fall around your head, but you're able to escape taking any damage.
Thank God.
All right, on to Squeeb.
Alright. I'm gonna hit him with the slide around him and then disengage and then get out.
Okay.
Alright, the
Tony.
Sarah, you just have to do the same.
I do the exact same.
Okay. Y'all are finally out, and Grallow sort of slams the door shut behind y'all. To which y'all now return to the library successfully. Congratulations!
Oh my
I
gosh.
got an idea. Let's leave.
Yes.
Here, one sec. I just gotta check on my cat.
The librarium.
Y'all come back into the main section of the library, to which everyone is staring at you because there was just massive sounds coming from the
figured.
administrative section, as sort of several people are just watching you, staring around. Some of them start to go back to work as they see Aveline come out looking like Bardoon, like, oh well, they're with a senior member of the administration, so like, yeah, they must be fine. But another member in the dark navy robes comes up to you, Aveline, and says, Everything okay, Bardoon? What happened in there? Sounds like something's on a rampage in there.
We just dropped some books by accident, and then Bardoon fell over and was stone cold drunk in them.
I did
Do you
not.
still have your darkness spell up?
Yeah, it's still up in that row.
Okay, as Squeeb says that, you hear just like a massive pounding of something slamming into the wall.
Oh my
Like the
god.
doors behind you just sort of like shudder.
Yeah.
And the guy looks at Squeeb suspiciously and goes, "Are you still dropping books in there?"
God damn it! I think we put them back wrong. We'll have to fix it another time.
I'll fix it later. I need to.
The guy looks to you, Bardoon, and says, "Bardoon, what's going on? Explain yourself."
Persuasion! Yeah, some books fell and put them back. I'm gonna have to clean it up some more later. I need a couple minutes. Yeah, acting slightly drunk.
Okay, make me a performance check with disadvantage.
8.
The administrator in the blue robes looks at you suspiciously and is like, "Uh-huh, right. Um, let me check something." Uh, he begins chanting the verbal components to cast Dispel Magic, and before you know it, your disguise is undone, and you are revealed to not be, in fact, Bardoon at all.
Ooh. Yeah, I shouldn't have done
The
that.
person's just shocked and goes, "Guard! Somebody get the guards! Get the guards!" And starts running away. So y'all
All
need to
right,
get
guys,
out of there
let's
now.
make a break for it now. We're just gonna run. Darkness is gone, by the way.
Growler, are you coming with us?
Grallow does flee with y'all on his little legs. He casts haste on himself, so he moves a bit faster. Actually, I think he's outpacing y'all if he casts haste on himself. His little
Man.
legs are carrying him very fast. All right, well, with y'all's objective received, I think Aveline still has the binder under her arm as she
Yeah.
flees the library. We're going to call that a session. Y'all have successfully escaped with the blueprints to the bank. And all it will take will be perhaps some planning now, maybe some observing before y'all are ready to head on in.
Woot woot.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. That is super easy, guys.
Yeah.
Super easy.
How much health did that statue have?
It had like over 100 health, so it took some big
Nice.
damage. Like it was down below half health just from Growlow's couple of attacks, but uh, it still would have taken a while probably. And I had expected y'all to all attack it. Like I had planned for a combat. Y'all could have taken it, but it would have been a tough fight. I actually did not expect y'all to run. I think that was pretty smart.
I was kind of shocked too. I thought Squeak would be first one in there.
I thought it was bigger.
Pick
And
your
also,
battles. So sometimes it's good to run.
well, I didn't want to do it as soon as Aveline cast Darkness. I would have had disadvantage on all my attacks.
Yeah, that makes
I thought we were all running.
Well, I thought we were too, and then Tessera just stood there.
She's like, I can take it. It's just a dark cloud.
I was hoping Slow wouldn't get
Yeah,
dispelled after one turn.
a note maybe to think there. So
Twice.
this I'll say we can just say like y'all were talking about sort of what happened at the tavern afterwards. The spells that Grallow were casting dealt what's that kind of damage? Dealt bludgeoning damage, and those seem to be more effective against it.
I don't have any
Whereas
bludgeoning.
Sony, the spell you cast earlier, Wither and Bloom, deals necrotic damage to enemies, which because it's a construct didn't seem to affect it as much.
Mm.
So something to keep in mind from that fight. Now, you don't know for sure that like those are the same type of constructs you're going to encounter, but just having a little bit of a combat encounter with that construct was helpful to learn that.
Well, good luck to anyone who goes back in that room.
Yeah, somebody's going to
Yeah.
have a real big mess to clean up later.
Someone may or may not get fired.
Cool. All right. Any questions?
No. I think we're good. I don't know.
No, all good.
Okay.
Are you gonna look at that map we got, or the blueprints?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Up to y'all in terms of how we go to the next session, because I think y'all could potentially go from here if you wanted to. Those blueprints are going to be very helpful, and I can either just message y'all separately in terms of like, hey, what are the things you're going to find out about it, or if y'all want to do more sleuthing and stuff like that, I'm always down to do more prep. My plan was to go ahead and start the heist after 2 prep sessions, which were like this was the second. Up to y'all in terms of how y'all want to proceed. If you want to do more prep work, I can always write more, and it'll give you advantages when you do the heist for sure. But if y'all are itching to do the heist, also down to do some of that off screen or just as you're exploring, be like, hey, you remembered that you saw that this room has a trap in it from the blueprints. So how do y'all want to proceed?
Could we say like we just took a day or whatever, like off
Just
screen?
scope the
Just say like,
place.
yeah, we were just watching.
Yeah, I think if
Walked
one of
around
y'all,
the outskirts of the building
yeah,
to make
maybe
sure
if
we
one
had
of
it
y'all
in and
want
out.
to, if y'all want to do stuff, just let's create a group with the 4 of us and sort of write down the things y'all want to learn about it, since you have still 9 days until we'll say this took most of your first day. You still have a little bit over a week to do prep. Y'all just tell me the things y'all want to do, and I can type out sort of some of the answers and add some color, and then we'll just kind of do that between now and next session. And then if y'all want to keep going, we can decide to continue to do prep. If not, we can just move on to the heist. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Yep.
Okay. So like I said, if one of y'all can create that group, that'd be awesome, and we can just message on the side.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all for playing. I'm excited to get back started.
Oh,
Woo!
thank you.
Of course. I'll catch y'all next time. See ya.
See ya.
Bye
See ya.
bye.